Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Ann McGill.
And I'm Raphael James. The judge has handed down the sentence for the woman who killed a newlywed bride in April of last year on Folly Beach.
Jamie Komorowski entered a guilty plea in court today, and the judge handed down the maximum sentence to her. We have live team coverage for you this evening with Michael Higdon and Emily Johnson, who were there for that hearing today.
Michael, we start with you. How long will Komorowski be spending in jail?
Rough, and the judge sentenced Jamie Komorowski to 25 years in jail, the maximum sentence that she could have sustained. Jamie Komorowski today pled guilty to reckless homicide, which carried a maximum sentence of 10 years, felony DUI with great bodily injury, which carried a 15-year sentence, and felony DUI resulting in death, which had a maximum of 25 years. Those sentences will run concurrent with each other, meaning they'll be served at the same time. She's also going to receive credit for time served already in jail and while she was on house arrest. This crash happened April 28, 2023, killing newlywed Samantha Miller and injuring her husband, Eric Hutchinson, as well as father and son Benjamin and Broden Garrett. Folly Beach police say Komorowski rear-ended that golf cart with those four on East Ashley Avenue. Miller and Hutchinson, who had just gotten married earlier in the evening, were headed back to their hotel at the time of the crash. Police said Komorowski was driving 65 miles per hour when that crash happened, even though the speed limit is 25 miles per hour island-wide. A blood toxicology report showed her blood alcohol level was 0.261 on the night of the crash, more than 3 times the legal limit. And it was an emotional day in court of testimony, as Hutchinson saying that Komorowski's sentencing didn't matter to him because she should serve life because she took a life.
We did not get hit. We got ran through at 65 miles per hour. There's no way any 4 of us, any 3 of us should be alive. All 4 of us should have died that night. But I'm a firm believer Sam saved us. That's who she is. And she would have took one for all of us.
Now, Emily Johnson joining us live. She was in the courtroom alongside myself. And Emily, dozens of people spoke for both Komorowski and the victims. Explain the emotions inside the courtroom today.
Yes, Michael. Well, tears were flowing inside that courtroom as the tragic and emotional day was recalled, as well as the amount of trauma that has surrounded the families and victims since 2023. Now, today was the first time that all 3 surviving victims have spoken to the public, with the groom Eric Hutchinson, his brother and son, recalling that night and sharing the details behind the injuries that now will change the rest of their lives. 8 people spoke on behalf of Miller and the victims, and the 3 victims of the crash, and 7 for Komorowski, which tensions high for some of the speakers. Miller's biological father directly addressed Komorowski and said he will meet her at the gates of hell for killing his daughter, while others expressed hope that she would find the treatment she needs to combat her alcoholism. Many of Miller's loved ones highlighted her laughter, light, and love, saying what was supposed to be the happiest day of her life was taken away from Miller. Komorowski's attorneys detailed her AA involvement inside jail and while on house arrest, asking for a lesser sentence. Right before the judge made her decision on the sentencing, Komorowski directly spoke to the court and victims, taking accountability for her decision.
I take full responsibility for the tragic outcome that my decisions have made. I will carry this guilt with me for the rest of my life.
Komorowski instantly broke out into tears as the judge handed down her sentencing and mouthed unrecognizable words to her family members. Reporting live in downtown Charleston, Emily Johnson, back to you, Michael.
All right, thank you, Emily. Now, as the sentencing, right after the sentencing was read out, Komorowski was immediately escorted from the courtroom by the bailiff and is now in custody. Reporting live in downtown Charleston, Michael Higdon, Live 5 News.